For hundreds of years, people just went to church. No food, no coffee, no nothing. They just took their Bibles, and that was all the bread they got.
Look, I dare say that most people who watch this are, when they go to church, they're going to have some kind of breakfast spread. Coffee, bagels, donuts, muffins. How that came to be a social norm, well, that comes from a remarkable movement called
the Donut Ministry.
The Donut Ministry.
The Donut Ministry.
This is the story of a revolution started by a young man determined to spiritually and physically feed the masses. This is the story of the Donut Ministry.
There was this little church outside of Detroit where the adults would sometimes bring half a dozen or so donuts in for their Sunday school class. It all started when a 6-year-old little boy named Byron Trimble discovered that there were donuts on the premises. And he and a group of his friends would begin to sneak in on these little excursions, and they would steal donuts and smuggle them back to their children's church class.
They called him a sugar-crazed Harriet Tubman. He was a menace to the adults, but a folk hero to the children.
Christian fellowship without some type of food is heresy and impossible. Just like you can't expect a pastor to lead a church without Apple products.
So being a young teenager by this time, he began with the youth group, and he assigned every Sunday on the calendar to a different person, and he called it the Donut Ministry.
Why don't we have people bring the donuts who can afford it for everyone else? It was like cholesterol-loaded Obamacare.
And to help people remember their donut day, he wrote this song called the Donut Day Song. And he put it on cassette, and he would hand it out to whomever so they could play it in their car throughout the week to remind them, hey, we love you. But if you show up to church without donuts, then there's another church for you.
With the Donut Day song as their anthem, the Donut Ministry exploded. Soon the youth group was splitting at the seams. The concept of an organized donut service was attracting people from everywhere, and the rest of the church took notice.
So the church leadership got together and said, this donut ministry is going crazy. What if? And church history turns on the what ifs, and this is no exception. What if we learn from this and start offering donuts to everybody? And that's exactly what they did.
It changed everything. People started showing up to church like they hadn't eaten in days. They even showed up early, which was the real miracle.
The secret got out, and the donut ministry started to replicate nationally, to the point that it became a universal understanding that if your church was going to be serious about advancing the kingdom of God, it had a donut ministry. And the numbers are undeniable.
From the inception of the Donut Ministry in the fall of 2000, the average national church attendance has spiked with a continual upward trend each year as more and more churches have adopted their own donut ministry.
Do I think we were responsible for a modern day revival? How can I put this humbly? Heck yeah, absolutely.
I go to churches now and I see a stinking Starbucks in the lobby. I see people thanking the barista for their pumpkin spice latte. And I tell them, you're thanking the wrong person. You should be thanking Byron Trimble and the Donut Ministry.
It was never just simply about the donuts. Just like the wedding ring is a symbol from a bride to a groom, we viewed the donut ring as a symbol from the bride of Christ to its people. And when you looked at it that way, man, that's powerful.
The legend of the Donut Ministry lives on with every single mother that is served a cup of coffee. The struggling family of 5 that has at least one meal a week that they don't have to worry about. The tatted up biker who prays the sinner's prayer while double fisting some bear claws. It's an entire generation that has had the way to their souls opened up by the filling of their stomachs. Souls who would have never been touched had it not been for a young boy, a song, and the Donut Ministry. Tune in next time to hear the song that sparked a movement.
It all really comes back to that song. That Donut Day song was not just a cute, catchy tune. It was a battle cry. It was something that we woke up every day and lived by. And it's amazing for me to see all these years later, people come up to me and they'll pull up their sleeve and they'll show me lyrics of that song tattooed on their arm or on, their lower back.
And don't miss your chance to own a piece of history with the official Donut Ministry t-shirt on sale now at the ByronTrimble.com store. Get yours today.